Ooh, I just rolled in here like papers. Twisty, twisty, twisty. Every couple day update. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Every couple day update. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Every couple day update. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Love that song. Whew. Some of my best work. Oh, it's quick. It's to the point. It says it all. Gets the message across. What's new? What's new, y'all? What's happening? Well, it's raining. It has begun. I do believe it's been overcast for a couple days. The sun is slowly fading away. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the shit I'm talking about. You got the rain up on the windshield. You got the clouds over there. But then you got like look over in the distance by that sign that says Burnside Plaza. It's clearing up out there. You know, so it gives you that hope. And you're like, oh, maybe it's going to, man, there's still a chance. Ooh, and it instills that hope in your heart. But you know what? I've been here for 2 years, and I know better. That hope has been crushed. It's all over. It's done. That shit ain't coming. That sunshine ain't coming over here. It's going to stay out there. That's the ocean out there, where that break is. And for whatever reason, because it's clear, because the wind... There's no trees out there. There's something about the ocean that the clouds don't seem to coalesce. They linger around the shoreline a lot. And then, but out there it's like, ooh, beautiful sunny day. In here, fucking rain bullshit. And it's crazy because it's so warm, and it would be so beautiful if it would just stop raining. It would be beautiful all year. But we know what the trouble is about not having rain, man. Like when I lived in LA for a year, it hadn't rained for about a year when I got there, and shit was crispy. The grass is yellow and crunchy. All the trees are yellow. Everything's losing its green. Everything's dying. And it takes a shitload of water to make everything grow and stay green and look like it's supposed to be thriving. But the thing about LA is that it's a fucking desert. It's a desert. And they're trying to live in the desert by shipping in water and dumping it on the ground and pretending like everything's okay. Yeah, I remember it hadn't rained, I think, in 6 months before I got there. And then I showed up and it started raining. Like the wind was blowing, rain was coming down, palm tree things are falling from the sky. I don't want to say the leaves. There's these other things in a palm tree, these things that fall down on you. And yeah, branches everywhere. It was a big windstorm. The rain. People were freaking out. They're like, oh my God! Ah! Dude, it literally rained for like a fucking minute. It like maybe 5-10 minutes is how long the rain lasted. I mean, it came down. It was like, brah, and then it was just done. And they're like, that's it. That's all you're getting. But people were like, oh my God. I'm like, wait, but it's over. Like, that's it. Like, no more? That's going to be the end of it? And like here, yo, it's about to rain for like the next fucking 9 months. That's what's up. Okay, maybe it's more like 6 months. What do we got? Where are we right now? We're in September, October, November, December. I lost where I was. January. We're going into February. Where's my thumb? You can't see my thumb, but I'm counting on my thumb. February, March, April, May. Oh my God. Yeah, it's going to rain till April, man. April or May. That is fucking 9. That's like 8 or 9 months of rain that's coming here. Yay. Awesome. But better than snow. Ooh, better than the snow. Better than the alternative, which is just the next province over, man. It's a fucking nightmare. Anywho's and how and even. Ooh, look at the drops now. It's building up. I hope you all can see that. Ooh. I like looking through the raindrops when there's like a whole bunch of them and the water is like all. It's very psychedelic. The way it distorts what you're seeing out there. Like when it really starts raining and the drops aren't like beating, but they're like watery and like going everywhere. It kind of simulates like some like hallucinogenic visuals. So you'll be looking through the windshield and everything's going all melty and twisty and distorted and shit. And kind of makes me wonder like what hallucinogens are doing to your vision. And the metaphor of liquid and being fluid and open and in flow. Yeah, things look very watery a lot of the times. I've smoked some weed before, really powerful weed, that when you look around the room, you're like, I feel like I'm underwater. I feel like I'm in the swimming pool, and I just open my eyes, and everything's like... And then, I mean, with weed, it's such a mild hallucinogen. I believe weed has a little bit of psychoactive effects in it, and it doesn't last that long. Just for a second, you're like, ooh, I kind of got that quick, just snapped in and back out again. Ooh, that was nice. For a little reminder, like, oh yeah, there's this other world out there, and that we're perceiving all this shit based on, like, we're saying this is normal, that I'm looking at a steering wheel and I can hold it and it looks like a steering wheel. We're calling this consensus reality because this is where we all kind of hang out. And then it's just funny because there's so many people who are scared and afraid of other realities that they will not admit it. They don't want to go there, man. They don't want to admit that there's something else that they can't be in, that they feel uncomfortable being in. There's no control when you're in there. And maybe they had an experience one time and they lost control and maybe had a bad trip. And then they want to go around and ruin it for everyone else, you know, by running off at the mouth, talking shit about psychedelics and, you know, like, oh, these are bad. They made me see the devil, or they made me think that my wife was a leprechaun, or whatever the thing is that freaked them out. And they're like, we got to stop this. We got to put a stop to other people who might go through what I went through. And like those people, unfortunately, are weak. They're weak-minded. There's something they weren't ready for. Maybe they were put in maybe they're given some bad doses. Maybe the setting wasn't right. The environment, the lighting, the sound, the music, everything, every stimulus when you are experimenting with the psychedelic, every stimulus around you is very important and needs to be properly catered to. So yeah, those people, man, they go around and they're just like, I tripped balls one time, and I don't think anybody should trip balls because it's bad, and it made me feel weird and made me question things, and I don't think anybody should question things and feel weird, and they want to put a stop to it. And it's just like, man, let people fucking do what they want. Just because you are a damn baby and couldn't handle some shit doesn't mean that, you know, other people can handle it. And I think that is kind of like part of the problem too, because they feel less than, now they feel weaker and less powerful, and they want to remove the thing that made them feel weaker or less powerful. Which reminds me of like, I don't know, like nerds back in the day. I was a big fucking nerd, and I didn't go to a gym. I didn't work out. All those meathead guys, if I had the power to push a button and just delete all the macho meatheads, I would have pushed that button a long time ago and just boop, kill everyone. Boop, I don't care. I fucking hate those people because they're more powerful than me, and therefore they scare me. But I know that's a kind of a shitty way of looking at things, and I don't think, or look at things like that anymore. I mean, I'm very open today to all kinds of people and all kinds of paths and walks of life and all that she's. And yeah, I just get along with everyone now, man. That's kind of the goal, is to just, you know, be not a people pleaser, that kind of way, but like, you know, just get along with everyone. We're all here to do the same thing. We're all here to breathe, we're all here to eat, and we're all here to make peas and poops. That's it. That's all we're here for. You can add all this extra meaning that you want, but when it all comes down to it, you know, the mold on that apple that you left in the fridge too long, you think that fucking mold is trying to attach extra meaning? No, they're like, look, we're mold, we eat the apple, this is what we do, it's our purpose. Once this apple is done, we're probably going to die. And I don't think the mold even thinks about shit like that. The mold is probably just like, nom, 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 nom. And they're not like, oh, well, the purpose of my moldiness is to expand consciousness among the mold nations. Like, that kind of shit's not happening. The mold is just mold, and it just does. And you know what? People are just people, and we're just doing people shit. We're peopling really well. Expanding, exploding in population too, just like that mold on that apple. Maybe the earth is a thing that we're here to destroy. Maybe aliens came down. Maybe aliens put humans on planets that they want to get rid of. You know, they're like, we need to get rid of these planets here. They go around little eyedroppers, dropping the ingredients for human life to develop eventually. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, and what's a million years when you live for infinity, you know? Like, you live forever. If you live for billions of years, a million years is nothing to sit around and wait and put those eyedroppers and watch a planet explode. Oh, got a case of the humans. Oh, someone must have been here and infected this Earth with humans. And maybe they did it to Mars. Maybe that's why Mars is all so fucked up. Maybe they just go around putting these little drops of humans on different planets, and we just eat the planet, and then it's done, and it's gone. And then maybe there's other motives behind that too. I'm just making this shit up off the top of my head right now. So maybe the aliens are benefiting. Like, imagine like the way like penicillin comes from a mold, right? So maybe those aliens are growing their own kind of penicillin by dropping us on these planets. Ooh, yeah. Okay. One more thing before I go. Doing another house sit and a pet sit with Frankie Doodles. She is an awesome doge, and I'll probably make a video with her once she comes for a little drive with me one time. And it's going real well, because I got this cleaning company. I just been going crazy cleaning this place. I don't know, maybe it can be a little portfolio piece one day. So, no van for the next 10 days. And then they called today and said they would like to extend their vacation a little bit. So that's cool. And, but you know what I'm thinking? I'm like, here's my only issue with that, is that this is like crucial adjustment time when I really should be out in the weather, feeling the temperature change overnight. It's something that you need to slowly get used to. You can't just go from a hot ass house, all of a sudden jump out and try and sleep in a tent outside. You got to ease yourself into that kind of thing, man. And that's the way to make the cold in the winter not really affect you. It's just by slowly integrating the cold and building up a tolerance, an immunity to it. What else? I guess that's it for now. Oh, I'm at 13 minutes. This is going to take like a year to upload. Check this out. I got this cool Halloween beanie skull hat, and it's glow in the dark. And so I had all my foils up in here the other night, the first night that I had this, and it's so bright, it lights up the whole inside of this van. That little glow-in-the-dark screen print that's on this hat just completely illuminated the whole room. It looked like I had a light on, and that gave me some cool ideas. I'm like, maybe I should just get a bunch more glow-in-the-dark shit in here. It can charge up in the day and light up at night. But the shitty thing is that if you get too much glow-in-the-dark, it's like leaving the light on all night, and nobody wants that. So yeah, I actually had to like take the hat and turn it inside out and stuff it in under some other shit. Actually I did some repairs and I did some other cool adjustments and things in here, but we'll talk about that next time. Peace, love, and light, namaste, and all that other good noise. Ding!